Hi guys, how are we all doing? Twin Engine 922 here once again. Continuing on with part 2 of what could be 3 parts. I may have to actually alter the title and push for 4, depending on how well these next 2 go with all the questions I have to go through. So, kicking straight off, we're going to go to Miles Hassel. And I got a question for you. When you're thinking of doing Bedford, they just got the Class 360 in service with East Midlands Railway. Now, I haven't done Bedford for a good few years. I'm not sure when I'll do Bedford, truth be told, but I'm sure I'll get there at some point. Blimey. RBXL Heath plays games and more. What will happen to the Class 321 Renatus refurbished train when they go out of service in the future? As far as my understanding goes, the Renatus trains are staying. Well, the Renatus 321s are hanging around. I think the other 321s might actually go to Evershot Rail for their high-speed parcel trains. I know that I think one of the 321s has currently been done up in a parcel. Excuse me. In a parcel express type of affair. Right, I've got a few here from LNER train fans. So, number 1, do you like the Class 91? Yes. What's your favourite TOC? I quite like Transpennine, I have to say. Let's alter that. Is that any better? Well, You'll have to forgive me if I look over here like I'm doing now, because the way that my tablet operates is that the camera is there. But when I'm looking at myself on the screen, it makes it like I'm looking over there, and I'm compelled when I'm chatting to look at myself like I am now. So you'll forgive me if I flick between the two. Yeah, Transparent is my favourite TOC at the moment. And then you're a train fan again. What's your favourite station? It depends entirely on the network. I've not got an outright favourite. And then LNER train fan again. Do you like LNER, and if so, why? And if not, why? Yeah, I like LNER. They're a perfectly decent company. Obviously, they took over from VTech, Virgin Trains East Coast. Yeah, they're good enough. They do decent routes. Their prices aren't, too bad, but yeah, they're all right. And then a train fan again. Have you got any tips for starting? For blimey, try again. Have you got any tips for starter train content creators in brackets like me? Just do content. Go to a station or trackside location or whatever you want to go and do. Do some filming. Put it up on YouTube and let YouTube do its thing. But you have to be persistent. Don't just put up one video and think that it's gonna, you know, somehow magically make the channel absolutely huge. Now, in saying that, every channel has that one breakthrough video where it suddenly attracts loads of people in and your subscriber count suddenly goes through the roof. But in order to make that breakthrough video, you have to continuously work at the content, keep on making it much better every single time, and entice more people to come in. And you'll get there in the end. Right, Ham Shackleton. Did you say you were back from your model club? What models, rail, boat, aircraft, face masks and beards equal nightmare equal foggy glasses? No mask, no matter what. Sorry, my mask, no matter what kind, rides up if I speak and pokes me in the eyes. Yeah, right. The model club in question is a model train club. Still go there every Tuesday, and now most Fridays if I'm not doing a rush hour film. Sometimes I even go on weekends. Face masks and beards, yeah, they're an absolute pain because if I wear one for long enough, my beard actually curls up and under. Yeah, it's a pain. Yeah, I know people that wear glasses with masks. The glasses just get all steamed up and it's absolutely horrible. And yeah, sometimes if I wear the ones that make me look like an NHS doctor, sometimes they can keep moving upwards, which is an absolute pain in the backside. Archer 307, could you do Dawlish Station sometime? It had cross country and Great Western Railway. Yeah, I'll go back to Dawlish at some stage or another. I probably won't actually do the station, but what I'll do is stand on the seawall like I have done previously. Right, now you have... This next person chats to me on Instagram and has actually told me how to pronounce his YouTube name. However, I've completely forgotten, so it will probably be butchered, so bear with me. Korshik Gosh. I'm not sure how many you've got on here, but you've probably got a fair few. Right, first off, I just want to say you're an amazing train spotter, the best I've ever seen. You are very cool and flexible. When lockdown came, you adapted so quickly. The content changed completely. How did it make you feel when everything changed so quickly? Good luck for the future. I will always support you. Well, first off, thank you ever so much for your continued support. It really is greatly appreciated. In terms of adapting to change, it wasn't too much of a difficulty for me, to be fair. I'm easily adaptable to changing scenarios quite quickly, so I didn't find it too much of an issue. Right, and can we meet up in? This is Korshik Gosh, probably butchered that pronunciation. Can we meet up in Derby one day, please? Yeah, I don't see why we can't. Arnold train spotting videos. Hey Jared, I've got two questions for you, you madman. Question 1, will you agree that Chiltern Railways get some new rolling stock since 172s are in West Midlands Railway? Chiltern Railways could probably do some newer rolling stock. I mean, the newest addition to them is obviously the 68s. They could definitely do with some modernisation of their fleet, that's for sure. Question 2, will you go back to Scotland to film some trains there just like in 2020? At some stage, yes, I will probably go back to Scotland. I actually did mention this in part 1. Not sure when I will go back up there, but I have every intention to go and do so. Right, Korshik Gosh again. I am probably butchering this pronunciation. I've got several of his questions to get through. What sounds better and has the better towing capabilities, a Class 68 or a Class 70? Is there anything else newer than these two working in Britain? This is freight I'm talking about. Well, the 68 is incredibly versatile. The 70 is probably... Well, the 70 was built for working heavy freight trains, so the 70 has got the better pulling power, but 68 is certainly no slouch. In terms of the newest trains running around, I'm not going to include refurbished ones, like these refurbished 319s that are becoming 769s and all that jazz, and these new logistics trains for Rail Operations Group. So it's the 88 is actually, I think, the 88 would be one of the newest. Obviously, you've got Northern's, 331s and 195s. They're relatively new. Actually, they're quite new. Let's not beat about the bush. You've got what are they 195? No, not. I've just said 195s. 730s for London North Western Railway. You've obviously got the 800s for First East Coast. There's the diesel variation running around for Transport for Wales of the... Not too dissimilar from the 730, but I can't remember the class type. Yeah. But yes, there's a lot of new rolling stock running around. Again, Korshik Gosh, do you like the Super Voyagers? I prefer the Sorry? I prefer the Stricting Avilan? What? The Voyagers make such a racket and are very loud. Well, the Voyagers do make a bit of a racket, I grant you. You prefer the Stricting Avalantes? Oh, sorry, I say you prefer striking, is what you're trying to say. Striking Atalantes. The Atalantes are amazing. They've had an interesting life. You've had them with Northern, Great Western Railway, Grand Central, Hull Trains. Now they've got a life with EMR. And again, same chap. I hope you're all well. Keep up the amazing content and nearly 10k subs. Any plans when you reach 10k? A celebration in order. Well, at the time of recording this, I'm actually at 10,000 and something, 10,000 and change, which I'm immensely grateful for. And there will actually be a separate video going out thanking everybody for getting me to that incredible milestone. In terms of celebration, I honestly haven't got the faintest idea what I'm going to be doing as of yet, but I'm sure I'll get something worked up. And again, Mr. Korshik Gosh, I've really messed up that pronunciation. Sorry, bud. I know I'm going to get some ridicule over this one. Do you have any brothers or sisters? No. Thomas Robertson, are you going to film at Perth? Maybe one day. We will never know. Gosh again, how does it make you feel when someone either interrupts you or tries to be cheeky when you are filming? I can understand your frustration, the lack of respect sometimes from individuals. Well, if I get interrupted when I'm filming, yes, it can be annoying, but, that's just life. Being cheeky, I don't mind so much being cheeky, but there's a limit as to what I'll accept. If it sort of delves into the realms of being quite rude, then obviously I'll put my foot down and ensure that doesn't happen, because obviously I have younger viewers that watch my content, and naturally I don't want them to pick up any bad habits through me. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect in any way, shape or form. Excuse me. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm not perfect in any way, shape or form. I'll have off camera, I'll have banter and throw off cheeky comments here and there. But when it comes to on camera, completely different. Very strict into what I do and don't say. Of course, I will have fun. I'll make sure that if I do say anything that's a bit tongue in cheek, that everyone can enjoy the joke and they can go to it as well. Right, my tube videos. Interesting name, I like it. I have two questions. One, do you miss the class 142s and 143s? No. Two, have you ever seen a train with the number 001 and what class was it? I've seen 390-001, I've seen 66-001, I've seen 60-001, I've seen I've seen a lot of 001s for quite a lot of things. I think 66-001 was actually the first one that I'd ever seen, and that was at Northampton about, gotta be pushing 10 years ago. Andrew McManus, 5 questions here. Hello Tornado, I have a few questions. Do you? Number 1, what is your favourite ScotRail train? My personal favourite is the 170. It was the 68 when they were running around on the 5 circle surfaces, but now it would obviously be the HST. 2, what is your opinion on the new ScotRail 153? I've only ever seen pictures through social media, and they look good for the purpose that they've been made to serve. 3, what is your opinion on the 170? I think they are a great train. They are very comfortable. No real issues at all. 4, what is your favourite train on the West Coast Main Line? Well, the West Coast Main Line is incredibly vast, and the amount of rolling stock is phenomenal, but I suppose I quite like the 92s that run around on the Caledonian Sleeper. And the great word on the grapevine is that DB Cargo are going to be basically putting all the mods back onto their 92s again, because as it stands, the DB 92s are restricted to high speed 1. This is why, whenever you see a Crewe to Wembley move with a 92 involved, the 92 is always being dragged because it can't operate on standard national network because of the stuff it's had taken out. Whereas the GB 92s have got all the mods installed so it can run on the national network. So if you want to see a DB 92 running under its own power, the only way you'll be able to do this is if you see it going from Ribble Lane to Dollans Moor. But the plan is to actually have them basically reinstated, so say the water train from Dollans Moor to Daventry can actually be run by a class 92. 5. Do you ScotRail Pride on the 334? Yeah, no, it looks fine, looks good to me. Gosh again. And finally, what is your favourite British, German and Italian cars? A list of your top 5 for each country in your dream garage. Probably, what's the time? 14 minutes. I don't know, I probably haven't got a list of 5 from each country, but just to rattle off a few. I probably wouldn't mind Ferrari 458. I would love a Lamborghini Huracan. absolutely adore Lamborghini Huracans. The new Countach actually looks phenomenal. On the German side of life, Mercedes SLS AMG, Audi R8 V10. I'd love one of those. I don't know, probably one or two Porsches, depending. I'd actually love one of the BMW M8s. I think they look amazing. Not so much the i8, but I love an M8 BMW, certainly. There we go. Can't go wrong with coffee at 11:45 at night. I mean, fun fact, that won't keep me awake. I'll go to sleep quite easily. Arnold Trainspotting videos. When are you going to film at Try again. At Bromsgrove? I don't think you visit there in the long time. Bromsgrove. I'm trying to think where that is. Bromsgrove. Isn't Bromsgrove? Is that near Birmingham? Do you know? I have honestly no idea. Well, I have to go back there quite soon. I have to go back there quite soon. God blimey. Okay, Jason Bashir. Hi, I'm from Kent. Are you coming down this end at any time? I love your videos, by the way. Yeah, I will actually come down to Kent at some stage. I'll probably go to... where would I go? Might go to... Let me have a look. Google Maps. Google Maps will give me a clue as to where I might fancy going. Let me have a look, see if I can actually, it'd help if I knew where I was going. I would probably go to Rochester, truth be told. I think Rochester would be a good station to go to. So that's, yeah, I'll go down there. Obviously, Ashford. Probably when Eurostar are back into full swing, so I've got a good variety. Probably might give one of the Canterbury stations a go. Might do Canterbury West. Could do Folkestone. I mean, initially I had plans to do a South Eastern Mainline series from Folkestone to London, so I'd have utilised. Excuse me, I'd done the line going through Kent, but I will go back down. I will go to Kent at some stage. Francois Mabon, like it. What is your favourite route? I'm torn between two. The northern, west and east coast main lines. East coast from Newcastle to Edinburgh Waverley, and the west coast going up through Cumbria, basically through the Pennines. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Thierry J. Kings. Apologies. Hi Jared, what do you think of the UK's most scenic station and liners? I suppose the most scenic line probably would be the Settle Carlisle line. Scenic station? I can't answer that purely because I've not been to every station in the UK, so therefore I can't give a good answer into what I think would be the most scenic. I'd much rather go to every station and get a fair viewing of everything, if you get my drift. Right, Journeys of James. Will you ever film at any station on the North Wales coastline? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stations in Wales that I've never been to. I mean, what have I done? I've done, Cardiff, Newport, Seven Tunnel Junction. So, yeah, there's a lot of places in Wales I'd love to go to. Journeys of James again. Have you ever been to East Midlands Parkway? You'll get really close to Ratcliffe-on-Soar Power Station, and the cooling towers will really tower over you. I've never filmed there, but I've passed through on many occasions when I've traversed the Midland Main Line. At some stage, my voice went then. At some stage, I will go and film there, but I'm not sure when that will be. Crikey. XST Game of 412 and BPL_North. Question, on average, how much time do you spend at a station train spotting, plus what is your favourite train spotting moment? On average, I spend 2 hours at a station, dependent on how busy it is. If the station is really busy, jam-packed, full of things coming back and forth, sometimes I only need an hour there to capture everything, but on average, 2 hours. Favourite train spotting moment? Probably getting, bulk loads of freight coming back and forth with plenty of passenger traffic. A particular highlight for me was rugby just a few weeks ago. Amazing variety coming through there. I remember in Carlisle many years ago, DRS 37 came in, sat on red. It went to amber, and the driver put his foot down, and that 37 sang beautifully. So that's definitely up there. Carl Shield, any plans to come to Ireland? Do you know what, truth be told, I've had a few people ask me if I'd like to go to Ireland, and yeah, I'd love to go filming there. I have no idea, what to expect, but I would give it a go. Trainman 305 team, can you do something where you, not all but some, say which station you're going to so we can maybe meet you? Yes, I have been meaning to do this. What I'm going to start doing is essentially I'm going to start planning my trips a little bit more in advance, because traditionally I wake up on Saturday morning and go, yeah, I'll go here. What I'm going to start doing is outlining some plans that I'm going to have and give you guys a fair amount of notice. So should you want to come and join me, you're more than welcome to. An easier way to keep tabs on what I'm doing is to follow me through my Facebook group, which is Tornado922, can be found on Facebook very easily. A lot more detail goes on in that group as to what my plans are, but I will start utilising YouTube more for that very thing. Right, and Venom GT. Hey Jared, what are your thoughts of Kidderminster's new station if you have seen it? I've not seen it with my own eyes, but I have seen it through social media and it looks phenomenal. Richard Stringer, can you please do more places that carry a variety of freight and passenger? Watching EMUs with zero livery diversity seems a little bit boring. Well, the plan is that I'm trying to go to stations where I'm going to be getting, plenty of variety. The problem with freight is it can be so hit and miss. I could spend an entire day on a particular main line and maybe get all the freight coming through at one station, and the other two, I could get absolutely nothing. So it really is a lottery, but I am trying to go to places where there is plenty of variety to be seen. Matthew Robson, what is the difference between a 158 and a 159? Truthfully, I honestly haven't got a clue. Without doing some research online, I wouldn't be too sure, but I can imagine the differences are, minute. JBW456, two questions here. One, will you go to Flitwick sometime? It's the station in the middle of main line south of Bedford, if you didn't know. I did know. I'll probably give Flitwick a bash at some stage or another. Not sure when, but I will probably give it a look-see. Two, will you ever do journey videos again? I've thought about it. I don't think so. I love going on journeys on trains, but I can't, relay that grandeur, that emotion of watching things go past if I'm holding a tablet and filming stuff going past. Judging by how my previous journey videos are done, they weren't captivating, truth be told. I may do something like journey reviews, but in terms of filming actual journeys, I will probably not bring that back. We're at 24 minutes. Adam C, as you stated in the Trains at EC Station video, will you start to look more into planes? Obviously, trains are my forte, and planes I know nothing. But I'm always happy to learn, because I see planes every day because of part of my job. I'm actually in Luton pretty much every day, and obviously I'll go near Luton Airport, and I'm seeing planes coming back and forth. So I will, start trying to include planes where I can, but obviously I kind of want more frequent flights coming from various airports, to make it a bit more worth it, if you catch my drift. Right, Silver Fox 58. Hi Tornado, hope you're keeping well. Quick couple of questions. First, Hoovers or Westerns? Siphon or Brush, class 31. Duff or Deltic? Well, I'd much rather take a class 50 over a Western myself. And I think if I had to choose between a 31 or a Deltic, you've got to go Deltic, haven't you? Surely to God. My main question was your thoughts on the new 2022 TFM Class 67 and rake of Mark IV coaches on the Manchester to Swansea route. I think they're great. I think it's a long time overdue. SG Minor 21. Here we go here. Alright, pal, my two questions are: one, what is your favourite of the new flirt trains? It's the... Basically, it's the long distance intercity one, currently used on Greater Anglia. I've had a mind blank, I can't for the love of me remember the actual class name. Are they 755s? Or is that the bi-mode one? Let us Google. Could be. Is it 745? Is that what I'm thinking of? That's 745. That's the chap. Yeah, 745. Gotta love Google. Two, what are your favourite pastimes, non-translators? Well, I love going out driving, love listening to music. I'll play video games, I'll watch motorsport, rugby, cricket, watch films. I've actually got a film in the background here at the moment, Airplane 2. If you haven't watched it, it's amazing. Proper old-time classic. Yeah, that's basically what I enjoy doing in my spare time. And then just to continue on what you said, not sure if either have been asked before. I cannot remember, and the videos are too long for me to bother to check. Have a good one. Yeah, videos can be quite long, so I won't hold that against you. Darth introductions. What is your favourite multiple unit and diesel or electric locomotive? Multiple unit would be the Class 321, and electric locomotive would be the Class 92. Diesel would be a toss-up between the 68, the 70 and the 37. Brighton Train Spotter 123, how are we doing? Yeah, we've got enough time. Hi Tornado 922, loving the content, bro. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you kindly. Question I have for you is, do you have any plans coming down to Brighton in the future? If so, is there any chance I can join you? Yeah, I do want to come down to Brighton at some point. I will probably wait until Gatwick Express start operating again. When I do come down, you're more than welcome to join me. Also, another question, what is your favourite station you have filmed at ever? I'd probably say it was Brussels in Belgium. I loved filming at that station. The station layout and the variety of traffic coming through, phenomenal. Reese Foster, 3 questions. 1, what is your favourite gaming console? Probably the Xbox that I currently have. 2, what's happening to the Grand Central Class 90s? Well, they've gone back to DB Cargo and they're just being used on the freight services. And 3, do you like F1? Yes, I do. Chris Dingsdale, when are you going to do more Train Sim 2021 content? Again, I need to put my teeth back in. Yeah, I will definitely be bringing that back. I'm not sure when, but it will be making a comeback, I can assure you. Jack Productions, will you ever release Tornado 922 merch? I use Teespring as they handle everything, just upload the design, Teespring does the rest. Also, can I please have a shout out? Well, there's your shout out. In terms of merch, I would probably, I don't know, it's never something I've really given much of a thought. I may, look into doing something like that, but then it entirely depends on how successful it would be. Obviously, if I were to do merchandise, I'd obviously want to make sure that there's a market for it, and that plenty of people would want to go and buy it. So I may look into it. Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. Are you doing anything special for 10k subscribers? Worst trains that you've ever filmed? I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do with my 10,000 subscribers. I'm sure I will think of something. No idea what, but I'll think of something. And whoopsie daisy. Worst trains that I filmed at was at Seven Sisters. I never released it. Once I finished filming, I deleted it straight away because the staff were just bang out of order to me, and one of the drivers was proper mouthy, so I couldn't be bothered with it. George Downs, 2 questions. One, what train company do you think would run the East West Rail Link? Well, as far as my understanding goes, it's going to be a separate company. Whether or not they actually call themselves East West Rail, they could do. But initially, I know Chiltern Railways actually wanted to run some services, so you'd have London Marylebone and Aylesbury to Milton Keynes Central. But yeah, I think the company might actually just be East West Rail. I think that's literally what they're probably going to call themselves. 2, what is your opinion on the current COVID restrictions? I think they're necessary. As things stand, you've got a hell of a lot more freedom than you did a few months ago. You just got to be sensible. Cornish Transporter, would you ever consider going on a rail tour if you could afford it? Absolutely. I've often thought about going on rail tours. I just never have got around to doing it, but I would do one. Ricky Norris, hey John922, hope you're keeping safe and well. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. I hope you are too. When did you first get inspired into train spotting? I actually answered this in part 1, but I'll answer it again. When I was a young kid growing up, I was surrounded by the railways. I'd go around my grandparents in the summer in Leighton Buzzard. They lived adjacent to the railway line, and I'd see trains going back and forth continuously, and I got hooked ever since. Roberts Trains NSW. Hi to Note 92. I've got 3 questions. First question is, what do you think of the new Freightliner livery on the 66s and the 90? I presume you mean the Genesee and Wyoming colour scheme. I think they look superb. It really does work on those locos really well. 2 is, when are you going to film at Tring on the West Coast Main Line? I have actually filmed at Tring a few weeks ago. It's a rush hour film. Not sure when it's going to be released because I've got a backlog of films I need to actually get out before that. But Tring has been filmed and it will be coming out at some point. And 3, what is your favourite freight train locomotive from the 7 below? The 66, the 67, the 86, the 88, the 90, the 92, and the 70. Out of the lot, well, I love the 92, I love the 70, but seeing the 86s, I mean, who doesn't love an 86? But favourite? To state my guns, it'd be the 92. FJX Strider, how has COVID been for you and your family, considering it's been eventful for the UK? And would you ever consider doing Tornado 922 shorts videos, e.g. the cows at Shepperton, if any OGs remember the episode? The cows at Shepperton. Can't remember that one. Yeah, for me and the family, taking all necessary precautions, best thing you can do, hand sanitizers where possible. Basically every time you touch a surface, hand sanitize. Face mask in crowded areas. So just do what I've been doing since really all this began. But yeah, we're doing okay, thank you. That's very kind of you to ask. Would I ever consider doing shorts? I don't know. Maybe. Time will tell. How are we doing? I can probably get another couple in. From Raphael Sabat, what is your favourite class of train? It depends entirely on its function. So for intercity, it's the HST 125. For commuter, it's the class 321. For freight, it's a toss-up between the 68, the 37, and I dare say the 92. Raphael Sabat again, what languages do you speak? What countries have you visited? I can speak German. Obviously, I can speak English badly. In terms of countries, I've been to America, and essentially every country within Europe. And Raphael Sabat again, if not shared already, your thoughts on Great British Railways semi-nationalisation. I hope it's going to be good, because I really would love to see the ticket prices go under control, because they are skyrocketing, and we have the highest rail fares in any country in Europe, which is absolutely ridiculous. It really is completely daft. And okay, we're going to do one more, and I suspect I'm actually going to have to push this into 4 parts, because I don't know how far I'm getting with these. Okay, so final one, and it'll be from Kieran Clark. Are you looking forward to the new East Coast Trains franchise in autumn 2021? Yep. I think they could be a breath of fresh air, especially with the fares that they have got planned. So I think, it could be good. Could be good for the railways. So I'm going to leave that one there, guys. Thank you to everybody who, again, has contributed. I still have loads more comments to get through, or questions to get through. So this probably will be into 4 parts. So I will have to probably alter these titles. I'll probably keep them as it stands, as part 2 of 3 and 1 of 3 and everything else. But depending on how part 3 will go, we shall see. Time will tell. There we are. Words. So, thank you to everybody who's contributed. I hope you're all keeping safe out there, and I will catch you all very soon. Take care, guys. Goodbye.